Yep, the weather's definitely on the way coming in, so I might be able to get enough rain to do that. So got to mix this up because it's quite thixotropic, and therefore the sand wants to sink to the bottom initially. So maybe those holes in the bottom aren't going to be good enough. We'll just see how we go. It's just trial and error, I think, with this fella, so it may be a case of just sort of doing this initially. Or even okay. So we're obviously not going to have enough for 2 pots, but the large bowl, fellas, basically takes, that bowl basically takes twice as much, I would say, than that. It's very illusory. But then again, as I said, the sphere has the largest volume, so you know, you increase the radius a little bit, and yeah, you increase so much more in volume. But I might be able to just, if I'm lucky, get away with that, and there'll be enough water going out the bottom if I just leave it like that until I settle it down. And when it settles down, then I'll pat it down. But anyway, we'll see how we go. And that's with the potato starch in it. So we'll see how we go compared to the newspaper cellulose. We might find this is actually the winner, and plants will grow faster in this, and it's easier to make up in a way. And but of course it's not as cheap as newspaper cellulose. So yeah. Oh, of course we're going to put the candle in, but I'm probably going to have to wait until you know, it settles down a bit to put the candle in, so we can see if we're getting sheathing with Genetica australis a month after the penicillium grows in the soil, basically. So yeah, one follows the other. But yeah, I'll just wash my hands here, and then I'll take the down, so you can have a bit of a swizz. And I'll just put it on spot culling, as you do. And oh, you can see there, and there, and there, and there. After that rain we had yesterday, which I was hoping we were going to get a second lot today, that seems to be, it's still, you know, going in and out of dehydrating, but the cape there, cutting is still okay. And strangely, the cape here cutting, it seems to be unaffected by the initial run of the copper sort of thing. But you know, it is suffering with a little bit of dehydration, but the copper doesn't appear to be affecting it whatsoever, sort of thing. So yeah, so if we can just get this rain to come in here, as you can see, it's dark clouds there and there. Hopefully it will actually come down and won't just pass on by, and we'll be able to sort things out, and we'll be able to tell then. Otherwise I'm going to have to get a spray bottle, I think, and just hand water it. But these ones here seem to be like the strawberry there, starting to put out new leaves, and that's gone sort of red down at the centre of the base too, like these other weeds have. So they are settling down. Oh, and that one there is sort of got some colourful leaves on it. So hopefully 4 or 5 days they seem to colour up at the base, sort of thing. Like this one here is starting to colour and putting out the new leaves sort of there. So so we'll see. And the liverwort's still alive, so but we need a bit more moisture to settle these pots down from their initial state, sort of thing. So yeah. Anyway, and still no data. General progress coming back from these sort of thing. Still waiting to see which ones of these will pink, and that will tell me in which direction I will go. This one here appears to have actually gone black and pinked at the same time, so that's a bit unusual. And I noticed there was a bit of pinking around the top of this one, just in that interzone. Yeah, interzone. Wow, look at that light, that's absolutely fantastic. I hope the camera can pick, oh look at that, that's just beautiful light, beautiful wet light. And the light we get at the wet, and see that grey sky up there? That's the sort of thing we get at the back of the onk, is the greyness, but the light is an orange light, and that's in towards the end of August sort of thing, at the end of the season, when the season's trying to flip. So I've been talking about trying to capture that one. There are some 780p from years ago or something. I may have just caught the old back of the onk in Roman numerals. I think there's one there, you get a sense of it, but I want to capture it in 4K if I can, so that'll be should be fantastic. Now comes the old clean-up, I suppose. Yeah, the old thing at the end of the day, have a clean-up and then go in and have a nice warm coffee and a rewarding donut sort of thing. Looks like it's starting to leak over the edge there. Oh, flies being attracted already. Well, that's good. Yeah, I noticed that with the copper one. That was one thing yesterday. Flies seem to be very interested initially when it was wet, so maybe they'll come back after it's settled down sort of thing. So yeah, but I'm still impressed by that cape so far. You know, you would think if copper was so deadly poisonous to CPs as people say, that would be just dead overnight sort of thing, but it's not. So and it's right and butted next to the soil surface, so yeah, I think maybe these people are, yeah, makes you ask yourself the question, the people that are telling you the stories about don't use copper fungicides, and are they the ones growing really good plants? So the question is, are they telling you not to use copper fungicides because, you know, if you persist with it, maybe you end up with plants as good as they've got. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Just putting it out there, fellas. Just a bit. Just ask yourself that question. Are the people that are promoting the fact you shouldn't use copper fungicides and copper in general, are those people growing really spectacular looking plants? And have they been growing really spectacular looking plants for quite a number of years? Makes you wonder. Anyway, hopefully we're going to turn the corner and we go from this season where we basically so you were correct about your perlite, fellas, but you do need to add your polystyrene because that's the thing that generates the reductive flammable gas. We're going to go hopefully from this, add in this, put it all together, and we're not going to look back. And basically that's the revolution, I think, is you know, we're going to grow CPs and CP weeds together, strike cuttings, germinate seeds with a non-peat, almost sand culture medium, and then I think it's all over Red Rover, I think. Yeah. Anyway, how's this one down here? On the old spot column. With 43 seconds on the card. Yeah. Yeah, aren't they the ones that are also promoting, oh, if you can grow a tomato, you can grow CPs. Yeah, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Anyway, yeah, we'll see how that goes once we go through the winter. Once it gets really heavily rained upon, you never know, it might outperform all the others. Yeah, we may actually have added too much sand, but we'll see. Hopefully that will settle in before the rain comes, otherwise, you know, it's going to get flooded, isn't it? Yeah, no, I couldn't do a slot fella, it was just too hard. It took half an hour to do those holes in that one anyway, so, okay, here it comes.